Hello, fire signs. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to your daily focus tarot. So for you today, we had Five of Cups with the High Priestess come out. The High Priestess is about getting in balance and getting in touch with your higher self, with your inner guides, with higher spirit guides, whether you believe it's God, gods, goddesses, angels, whatever your spiritual beliefs are. This is talking about getting in touch with them and gaining that knowledge so that you can move forwards. Okay, so really seeking higher guidance from within, looking for the answers from within, or seeking higher guidance from divine sources and looking for those answers that they're giving you, and then applying those answers to this Five of Cups situation. Now, Five of Cups is the card of crying over spilled milk. It's the card of, three cups are spilled, and this person is focused on them, and these cups may even be in the past, but the person still has two cups that are standing here, right? They could easily fill them in the river, in this water. They could fill them, drink from them, have satisfaction from them. They could walk over the bridge into this beautiful forest, to this castle, which is symbolizing home. It's symbolizing safety and security, but it's also symbolizing dreams. Whatever the dream was here, all is not lost. And that's what this Five of Cups is saying. It's saying don't be focusing on the negative, the spilled, tipped over cups. Turn around, focus on the two cups that you have. Focus on the ability to balance those emotions, those thoughts, to move forwards towards your dream, because your dream is not lost. You may think that it is, but it's not. There are still two viable cups here. Now, the clarifier for this, two cards came out at once, the Eight of Cups and the Devil. So the Devil, you see that he's got the sun behind him, so he's got growth and creativity behind him. Well, there you go. Now you can see the gold lamination. These are door knockers, right? So the doorway, and he's got the Ouroboros, the world snake. So he's got creativity and growth behind him, and he's sort of blocking that creativity and growth. And he's got the world here. The Devil talks about things in the material, physical world, and in that way it talks about your creativity and your growth being blocked by these things. So he talks about, a lot of times obsessions, compulsions, addictions, but he also talks about anything that's unhealthy for you in the world and needing to face that. He can talk about having dark thoughts and the shadow side, the unconscious side, the things that we repress, and needing to face those things and bring them into the light so that we can grow and move forwards and be creative and have this rebirth. And you see the Devil, he's here and he's big in the center, but you can see the sun through him, like through these cracks in his arm. You can see it through the sides, right? So he is blocking it, but he's not fully blocking it. He's not taking up all of this space in the world. He's not taking up all of your ability to grow, your ability to manifest, to move on, to have this rebirth. You think that he is, because he's in the center of it and he is taking up a huge chunk of it. So you think that your path is blocked. You think that you no longer have these three cups, but really he's not. He's just one more obstacle in the way. Let me see, where was that High Priestess? See, she's got the sun behind her too. It's much smaller, and she's got a moon crown, so she's got that ability to illuminate, to understand from that higher perspective, but to also have that growth. You see, both of them are in front of the sun. It's a matter of which one do you want. Do you want whatever the devil is representing for you here, whatever in the physical world he is representing that is bringing you down? Do you want that blocking your creativity and growth? Or do you want your higher self standing triumphantly in front of it with this knowledge, this book of knowledge, and this ability to, there you go, now you can see the gold foiling the lamination on there. Do you want this to be what's in front of your sun, your ability to control it? So the devil came out with the Eight of Cups. In the Eight of Cups, this talks about sometimes spiritual growth, intuitive awakening, that sort of thing, but mainly is talking about moving towards a goal, like leaving behind these short-term goals that are only fulfilling in the short term. Sometimes they're emotional goals. So it can talk about, like, when it's paired with the devil, it can talk about negative habits like these addictions, these compulsions, like overspending would be a good one for this time of year. Overeating would also be another one. So the Eight of Cups, it talks about moving towards a goal that puts you on more solid ground. So not spending as much. It puts you on this path. And here we have the sun again, illuminating the path. Even though you can't see where it goes around the mountain, it's not here in the middle here. It's not in this valley. It's still on solid ground. It's a good path to go on. So the Eight of Cups is talking about moving towards this goal that puts you in a better place, whether it's a spiritual goal, like a spiritual awakening, or whether it's a goal towards more emotional and mental stability, or towards more stability in the physical world in terms of your finances, in terms of beating these addictions, these negative thoughts, whatever this Five of Cups and devil is representing for you. So going within and getting this guidance, or going and seeking higher spiritual guidance from somebody else, is going to be helpful. Really looking at this situation from a different perspective, and then moving away from this negativity, moving away from these binds. The devil in some decks, he binds the other people or the other animals that are in the card with him. He has them bound in chains. So really get this guidance. And then we also have the Lovers, which is talking about lovers sometimes, but it's also talking about a choice made between two things, and it's talking about that union of dualities. And the choice here would be to be in alignment with your values and not in alignment with what the devil or the Five of Cups was. And the clarifier was the Eight of Pentacles. Now, Eight of Pentacles, this talks about mastering yourself in this regard. It can talk about mastering skills and skill sets in order to achieve a better place in your career, like to move up in your career. But to me here, the Pentacles that it's talking about is your health. It's talking about control over your mental and emotional, your physical body, and then that leads to, like, if you're overspending or overeating, like overeating is in a way also overspending, because you're buying more food than what you need to preserve your body, to maintain optimal health for your body. So you're also overspending when you're overeating. So building the skill set of not the Pentacles here, making this choice to be in alignment with your values and to love yourself above what, say, other people want for you in terms of overeating, overspending. It's a skill set that you need to develop and work on to build yourself up to saying, no, I'm not going to overeat. I value myself more than that. My value isn't in terms of how much I eat or how much I spend or what I own. So you're looking at building up that skill set in order to achieve this value alignment. I hope that made sense. To go back to the example of overeating or overspending, some people do it out of their emotions, even if it's not necessarily what they want to do. That devil energy, that compulsion to I can't deal with my emotions, so I have to eat something, or I'm stressed out, so I need some chocolate or some candy, or I'm too tired physically, so instead of taking a nap and making time for going to bed earlier or taking a nap, they're over consuming coffee and sugar and carbs and things that are going to give them a fake energy or a fake sense of stability. And then that leads to overeating, which also leads to, because, food and drinks cost money, so that leads to overspending, which then can also sometimes lead to overworking, which also will make your body more tired. So it's like a vicious cycle. It's this vicious circle with the devil here. It's going around and around. And you need to find your way to get out of it. You need to build that skill set up to make that choice, to get in alignment with where you actually do want to go, what you actually do want to accomplish, what your dreams are, and not be focusing on the negative or the going around in that circle. You need to build your skill set up and make that choice to be in better alignment with yourself. And what's hidden from you, this card, it came out earlier and I didn't think it was wanting to come out, but I saw it again at the bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck is your unconscious, or what's hidden from you, and this is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. Knights are about taking action. Once you've got the inspiration and the message from the page or the princess, then you move forward with the knight through the deck, right? And the Knight of Swords, he's got this clear thinking. You see, the sword is about balance. It's about Knight is about taking action. So this is a balanced action. And the sword is all about thinking and having this balance between the good or the bad, the negative or the positive. So having this balance between, whatever this negative was, whatever this thing in the past potentially was, and what's in the present and this positive thing here, having this balance between the devil and the high priestess. And it's talking about taking action on that and moving forwards with it. And it's a fast action with this knight. He's the fastest knight in the deck. And he's on the offensive. And you see him looking straight. Those blades are like right through his third eye. And it's almost like he has wings on his helmet. And the thoughts are giving him wings, and both eyes are on either side of the blade. And so he's really, really conscious of the action that he's taking. And then the King of Swords was underneath him. And you see the King of Swords, this is Odin, he has the raven. He has that. He also has the butterfly in his decorative disc behind him. He has that window of transformation through his thinking, through his memories, and his ability to reconnect with his higher self, to reconnect with who he is, and balance his thinking and his emotions, and that's leading to this rebirth. And then we have another Knight of Pentacles. So he is taking action towards what he knows to be true for himself, towards what he wants, towards his growth and creativity. He starts out small. He is very practical. He is not the slowest, but the next to the slowest. But because he's so practical and he sets up these routines that help him move forward, he is very stable in his movement. And then we have the Queen of Wands, which talks about reconnecting to the self. It talks about the strength and the creativity and the growth being in this reconnection to self. I hope all of this made sense. Really focus on building up that skill set that's going to help you get into alignment with who you are, with what you want to achieve, with the goal that you want to move towards, not the negative stuff, not the stuff in the past, not the stuff that's bringing you down and keeping you trapped. Really get into alignment with the stuff that's going to help you move forwards. Okay? Go within and get that knowledge, and then build up that skill set, whatever it is, whether it's saying no to other people, saying no to yourself, whether it's dealing with your emotions instead of repressing them. I hope the examples I gave helped you think about what I was trying to get at. And maybe they're not the right examples for you, but you can think of how that would apply to you. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry for the length.